Now.
Hello everyone, welcome to This Week in Business on this very rainy, dreary day here in the southwest.
It might have hit Australind, but it hasn't hit Bunbury yet, so we're just waiting.
Oh, it's coming. So today, Anthony, you've got a really great topic and really relevant in a few different ways. So you want to talk about reviews?
I do. Look, reviews are something which I've been a real advocate for a long time, and I think they're often overlooked as something, a lot of businesses look at them as something they've got to deal with, as in a problem. And they can become that if you're not up to scratch, or you leave it to chance, and only those customers who've got a problem will share a review. But what we've seen, and we've been working with a number of businesses over many years now, trying to build a strong review solicitation culture. So a culture of getting out and asking customers what they think and using that information. And, there's obviously some natural impacts of that. It boosts your credibility. So when you look at it on your website, on the search results, when you look at a business on Facebook and you find they've got hundreds of recommendations, that will certainly add to their credibility. But there's a really interesting lot of uses which perhaps we haven't seen explored thoroughly. I saw one a couple of years back now, and I'll shout them out because I think they've done a really good job with their using their reviews. Is Smalls Bar in
Eaton.
That's it. I'm working my way back. Smalls Bar use their reviews in their television commercials, and it's a really useful way because, let's face it, who knows your business better than your customers to call out the stuff that you're really good at? And sharing those reviews as a part of that process, as part of their TV commercial, just makes perfect sense. It's also another really valuable use of your reviews is working out the keywords that your customers are using to describe you. And one of the great local businesses that we've done some work with is the Gravity ETC, the trampoline centre in Dalyella. And if you look at their reviews, almost everyone uses the keyword fun because it is such a fun place. Kids go there and have fun. It's a ball. And so recognising that was something which really captured their brand is a big part of identifying your brand identity, how people see you, and reflecting that back in your own marketing that you're sharing out. And when we talk about authenticity in marketing, that's what we're talking about, is reflecting what you really are. And who knows you better than your customers? So first takeaway that I've got there is start looking at your reviews as a market research resource. You can start to see what customers love about you. You're obviously going to find out what you need to work on too. That people are more than happy to share that with you. But certainly the positives there is a big thing.
Yeah, I think using reviews is there's so many ways to use it and repurpose it. And I know we often talk about content repurposing for social media platforms, but, this doesn't have to be just for social media. As you've mentioned, Smalls is using it in their TV advertising. Gravity ETC are using it in their overall marketing strategy. There's just the possibilities are endless when you receive those valuable reviews.
There's another really valuable spot which we often overlook, and I've seen quite a few local businesses starting to pick this up now, which is sharing those reviews. It can be a challenge always finding great material to share for your socials. But I've posted a link a couple of weeks back now, and Google have got a set of resources out there that allow you to pick up your reviews, generate them into a really nice shareable little graphic, and push those out across your socials. And they're credible, they're real, and they're authentic. So people will look at that, they're interested in it. It boosts your credibility immediately. But another thing we can do is sometimes looking at those recommendations that pop in and sharing those recommendations as well. Even thanking the customers for the recommendation shows the customer who's made it that we're listening, but B shows the rest of the world that we care about what people are saying about us, and we're onto it. So there's some really, really good brands doing this. Lorna Jane is probably my go-to as one of the best in Australia, picking out customer posts who showcase their products in a great light, calling them out, and reminding the women of how beautiful they are, which is all in line with those values that they hold dear. So
I didn't know you were stalking Lorna Jane.
I,
Does that mean you're watching Celebrity Apprentice?
Honestly, I don't think any of the search engines or algorithms know who I am, because one minute I'm looking at fishing gear for somebody and I'm not a fisherman, and the next minute I'm looking at Lorna Jane. So I get a really curious blend of ads in my feed.
Oh, but yes, you're right. Having those beautifully curated images with your feedback on your socials, it really builds that credibility. And rather than just having, it's wonderful to have people leave reviews on your Facebook page, and that's beautiful. And you get the rating, which people go, oh, they've got a good rating. But sometimes people don't go and read that information to hear how wonderful you are. So it's really a great way to share that further.
It is. And look, the last one, which I think is often overlooked, email marketing is still a really valuable tool for reaching out to your customers. And we've come across a couple of emails we've done recently with clients where we've split tested a product versus a product with a review. And the product with the review got absolutely more click-throughs and purchases than just the straight product, even when we said how wonderful it is. And we found that the sweet spot was around about 3 or 4 reviews to be able to share, short little snippets about what people are saying about something in that email adds so much credibility to it. There's, with reviews, I guess there's a couple of things which we are keeping an eye on. There's still a lot of fake stuff that's out there in terms of reviews. And as a business starting up, particularly in the micro business stage, there's a lot of people who are tempted to say, oh, maybe I could just buy a couple to get myself, get the ball rolling. Think about yourself as a customer. And when you see a business which has got all of a sudden just had a truckload of reviews, even if that truckload's only 10, pop in there on their first day of opening up, there's just alarm bells that are going to ring there for you as to their credibility. Another interesting point is the split between review types. Now, we may be looking at it and going, in the past, people would rate you between 1 and 5. Facebook dropped that system probably about 2 or 3 years back now, and it's either a recommend or not recommend, which is a 1 star or a 5 star. In the latest data that we've picked up from Google, it looks like about 60% of reviews are 5 star, 15% to 20% are 1 star, which tells you that not many people rate you in the middle. So you're either a lover or a hater, which will be interesting to see what they end up doing with that data as well. It may be that they move to the recommend, not recommend type approach in the future as well. I'm not sure. We'll just wait and see what comes with it. But it is interesting to see that people are very much polarised in terms of what they're leaving. They're either lovers or haters, and that affects our data there. And the type of reviews that they're leaving, the ratings are helpful, but a proper review, whether it's whatever the platform is, where they leave a bit of description, that's definitely worth more to us. Always steer away from any incenting or anything like that. Try and be absolutely authentic with it, and recognise that these are a really valuable marketing tool. There's so much you're learning about your customers there that you can obviously use in your intelligence, and also share that out to your wider market. They're a really valuable resource, and I guess if you're leaving it to chance still, then it's probably time to start thinking about developing a strategy to get those reviews in for the customers.
Yeah, and we do have a masterclass coming up with Anthony this year on getting reviews for your business. So if that is something you are interested in, please subscribe to our email list to receive updates on when that is happening, because I can tell you he's done this workshop before. You do not want to miss it.
It's a good session. We enjoy seeing the results that people get out of it, and that's always a positive thing.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I think that's a great place to leave things for today. Guys, reviews, wonderful. Whether you're getting them, whether you're leaving them, look for the information, look for the details, because it will make a difference. All right, thank you, Anthony, and we will talk to you soon.
See you later.